one of the biggest remaining God of War Greek saga uncertainties is when exactly does Kratos learn that Zeus is his father? Of course, the original revelation supposedly came from Athena at the end of God of War 2, but then Ghost of Sparta came along and threw a curveball with the Callisto moment, and because of that, the opinions seem to be split. And I mean, literally split. Look at the results of this poll. And so, welcome to another page of the Midgard Chronicle in which I give a definitive answer who broke the bad news to Kratos, and honestly, there is so much evidence in favor of one and against the other that there should be no doubt in anyone's mind when it happened after they watched this. Alright, drum roll please. The bearer of the upsetting news is Athena in God of War 2. Congratulations! First, let's discuss all the reasons why it wasn't Callisto. Ghost of Sparta came out after God of War 2 and 3, and at that point, everyone and their grandma and their grandma's dog and the dog's fleas knew that Zeus is Kratos' father. If we assume Callisto did say the name, that would mean that the name would be known to Kratos but not the audience. And that doesn't make any sense, because the audience already knows at this point anyway. There's absolutely no reason to hide this information from us, because we all know at this point. Secondly, it wouldn't really make sense for Zeus to put a spell on Callisto to turn into a monster after she revealed his identity. It seems that the implication here is that she turns after attempting to say the name, because if she says the name and then she turns, the secret would be out anyway, so that kind of defeats the whole point. And most importantly, let's look at Kratos' behavior between the two games. In short, he doesn't suspect Zeus at all. He doesn't bring him up throughout Ghost of Sparta. At the end of the game, he says,
"The gods will pay for this."
If Callisto said the name, Kratos would obviously go after Zeus specifically. But furthermore, at the start of God of War 2, Kratos thinks Athena is the one who betrayed him and considers Zeus an ally of all things, falling for the blade trick. If that doesn't tell you Kratos doesn't know, I don't know what will. Now, let's look at the God of War 2 scene. Let's start with the fact that Kratos is actually surprised.
His son.
I mean, it was pretty obvious at that point, but regardless. Also, after this point, Kratos continuously mocks his relation to Zeus.
Zeus, your son has returned! What will you do, father? Face me, father. It is time to end this.
But he never does that before Athena's revelation during God of War 2 because, well, he didn't know. He thought Zeus was just a bad dude who killed him. So that about clears it up, I'd say. But how did this happen? How did this little moment manage to confuse and split the entire fandom? I think it comes down to poor direction. It is very unclear what Callisto is trying to do here, and it could be interpreted as that trope in movies where they go on the ear. I believe she's simply making noises like we hear them, like She is trying to say the name, and Kratos' eyes go wide in anticipation, but she fails to say the word, and Kratos had to wait until Athena tells him to find out. So thanks a lot, Dana, director of Ghost of Sparta, for confusing everyone. Just kidding, Ghost of Sparta is great. I love you, Dana. That's it. I suggest you watch this other video now. I heard it's very good, and the person who made it is actually very sexy. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.